Good evening, friends and chapter members. We are thrilled to invite you to an event that promises to be both enlightening and engaging. Tonight, the Urban League Young Professionals will host a candidate forum, a unique opportunity for you to meet, listen to, and question the individuals aspiring to lead our chapter. Whether you're deeply involved in chapter matters or just starting to dip your toes, this forum is the perfect platform for you to understand the visions and personalities of our potential leaders. The event will take place online starting at 7. Expect a night of insightful discussions where candidates will share their views on crucial issues affecting our chapter. More importantly, it's your chance to ask the tough questions and see how potential leaders respond on their feet. Your voice matters, and this forum is a testament to our collective commitment to informed and engaged members. Let's come together, listen, learn, and lead the way towards a brighter future for our chapter. Join us tonight, be part of a conversation that shapes our tomorrow. We look forward to seeing you there.
We are officially, in moments, 5 minutes over. So I'm gonna leave everybody up. I'm gonna go to the just a general beginning of this and just do a basic welcome, everybody. This is Barry. I'm your alumni advisor for the Urban League Young Professionals. This is a 2024 ELT, or Executive Leadership Team candidate forum. We have almost everybody online. We have one person who could not make it today, but she will try to join, but she had an emergency meeting with the city. But I truly say apologize for it. It was uncontrollable. We always say life is life, and especially as a young professional, and we always show grace where we can. So with that said, it's a basic format. If members join, they can ask questions. We just ask you to respect the room as Zoom when it comes to like muting when necessary or not letting yourself become a distraction. We're going to go alphabetically by position, and everybody will have approximately 3 minutes. I have a general timer. It's not a lot of pressure, and talking to this crowd before, 3 minutes may even be a lot. So we're just going to start up real quick with the advocacy chair, Crystal Barnett. Crystal Barnett, you have the floor. I don't see her right now. Okay. So we will go to marketing chair, Olivia Walls.
Okay. Hi, my name is Olivia Walls. I am running for marketing chair. I've been with Young Professionals for about 2 years, and I'm currently a member of the advocacy committee, which I love. Some of the activities I've been heavily involved in was October's maternal health event for Black women and the previous year's STEM Halloween event. I work as a product analyst in the healthcare industry, and I've also been a mentor for LaunchCo's Women Plus Web Development track. I believe that I would be a good marketing chair for two reasons. The first reason is that I do have some experience in the area. I have worked as a digital marketing intern for a few companies, and I am good with Google Analytics and Adobe Analytics. I'm also on my church's media ministry team, and I also have participated in our singles ministry media team with flyer design and event planning. My vision for the marketing committee falls under 2 main categories: process improvement and growth from the inside out. In terms of process improvement, I want to examine the time it takes from a committee officially kicking off their event process to the event details being made publicly available. I want to understand the challenges that could lead to delays and figure out how to be more proactive versus reactive. I also want to explore what options there are in terms of automating some of the tedious parts of marketing. My second focus is around what can be done to help with engagement internally. I believe that as YP members, we have to buy into our own product before we can sell it to someone else. On paper, we have a ton of members, and that doesn't often translate as well in terms of event and meeting attendance. I want to get a better understanding of how accessible and visible our events are to the members. I know that personally, there have been times where I feel like there were events happening that I did not know of or found out a little bit too late. I want to get feedback from the YPs on how you all like to be communicated with, and if everyone is aware of the different social platforms we have, and if their level of engagement and what level of engagement they have with them. I would also like to work with committees to help figure out their group's strength in branding and how it ties into YP's overall branding. I would definitely push for committees to plan events with marketing in mind, and I believe that overall getting our internal messaging down will naturally extend to more recruitment.
Thank you.
On.
We will be doing both questions at the end, just in case anyone thought we were not going to interact with each person. Membership Chair Erica Davis. Clark, I always forget the last part.
Thank you. I really earned that last part, Barry. Good evening, everybody. My name is Erica Davis Clark. I'm running for membership chair. I've been part of the YP since I spoke on a panel with you guys back in, I think, 2020. So it's been a little bit. I've been managing dental practices for the last 5 years, while also running my very own skincare line. When you have the ability to facilitate clinical machines like dentistry or other complex clinical organizations, and understand business operations as a small business owner yourself, I feel like you learn very quickly how to identify areas in which you need help or areas that the overall business model may need more support. And I believe that I've been able to identify those areas and zero in on my community in both my professional organization as a dental practice manager, as well as a small business owner. And I've been able to identify talents and other people that may contribute to the overall success of the organization, which is why I feel that my position as membership chair would be extremely beneficial to the organization as a whole. My priorities for membership chair are very simple: to recruit, obviously, but most importantly, to retain the membership. I genuinely feel like that is a huge struggle for a lot of organizations that have the desire to invoke change in the community. A lot of people go into it with the gusto to do so, but then you lose a little bit of that interest along the way. So my desire is to really dig deep and figure out what we can do to retain that membership. I think we need to be presented in a way that's not only on par with our goals, but to move forward in a fresher approach. And that means tapping into social media outlets more, being more consistent and more strategic with our platform engagement, and watching how the community is reacting to our efforts and then learning from that.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. We'll be moving on to parliamentarian Erica Williams. The floor is yours. You are muted.
All righty. Good evening, everyone. Again, I apologize for my voice in advance. It's a little hoarse. I am Erica Williams. I'm running for parliamentarian. I am a St. Louis native, mother of one, educator, and change advocate. I hope to just become a more contributor and a collaborative as far as when it comes to socially, as well as more just leadership and transform the practice of education on a local level, state level, and hopefully national level as well. Outside of the classroom, I typically spend most of my days like writing, journaling, so to speak, engaging in a lot of various community organizations as well as community engagement. I enjoy watching boxing, horseback riding, as well as, which is my passion again, volunteering with local organizations. Over the years, I have actively participated in various community initiatives, engaged in discussion pertaining to urban development as well as social justice and primarily education. Through these experiences, I have gained an understanding of what the community, all facets of the community, in particular, just some of the complexities, my apologies, of what parliamentarian work truly entails. So my motto is like service is always at the core of what I do. Uh, I shall continue with my vision. Is that okay, Barry?
You still have a minute 20.
Alrighty. My vision for this particular organization, as well as being a member of the board, is to promote unity. As several members already articulated, really helping with member retention and understanding the complexities of it, like the need, as well as being able to utilize those services and help the community. The Urban League core values truly align with my own. So I'm determined to ensure that all members have equal access as well as opportunities, resources, and representation. So that is Erica Williams in a nutshell, and I am running for parliamentarian.
Thank you. To the boss, President Dante, Kara. I am I ever saying that it was Kara or Kara? I don't think I've ever asked.
It's Kara.
All right.
People usually don't ask, but it is Kara.
Yeah.
But yeah, so well, they're good. Let me know when my time starts.
You're good.
No, I'm joking. Anyway, my name is Dr. Dante Kara. I am a clinical psychologist. That is my education. I also work as a corporate performance manager for a large automotive group. And I also, in the evening time, am a principal psychologist and a business owner of the Quara Group. I employ and supervise 12 clinicians, actually across 2 states now, both in Missouri and Illinois. Vast area of expertise. We kind of offer services to most areas of mental health. I'm running obviously for president of the Urban League. I've been with this organization for 2 years. Started out as just a person on paper, essentially decided to take the plunge, like some of you all are doing, into a leadership position and filled the seats initially as co-chair to personal and professional development. Then my co-chair disappeared and I became the one, right? So having not had any of that experience, I employed some of my past experiences, one as a teacher, two, and then became an administrator. So kind of just taking the role and kind of just trying to fill seats and garner support in what it is that I wanted to do with personal and professional development, which essentially is to kind of empower, motivate, influence, those type of things to our community. I'm born and raised here in St. Louis. I've been here essentially all my life. I'm kind of omnipresent because I'm multiple places at one time, a lot of times, but I have huge roots in St. Louis. I love St. Louis. My passion is to make St. Louis what I know it can be, and ultimately make the young professionals what I hear it used to be, and what my hope is to have it be in the future. I think that we are headed in the right direction. Post-COVID, I'm a car guy. Barry knows this, so I always, up until very recently, drove manual transmissions. The hardest part to get a manual transmission is getting it from a standstill position into going. It's hard to get that clutch off at the right position to where you get some momentum. I think that our past president has done that in getting us into first gear. Obviously, you can't ride first gear too much longer without it costing you a lot of money and huge damage to your car. So I think that it's time for a change, obviously. And I think that I'm ready to assume that position, having dealt with this organization for a couple of years and knowing the direction that I want to have it going. I think that my position as president, with some of my other associations, both personally and professionally, some of my associations, friends, and the roots that I have in the community will definitely strengthen the vision that I have. I think that it'll take us to where, like I said, we used to be. And this is all I want to do, man. I just want to make us great again. And I yield the rest of my time.
Thank you, sir. Again, if you had some additional comments, I always try to extend the grace to the top two positions because they have more people to influence. But if you're good, I will move on. Professional Development Chair, Jasmine.
Alrighty. So again, I am Jasmine Kimbrough. I am running for professional development chair. And honestly, it don't get more professionally developed than me. I mean, at any point in time, things happen. You want to progress more. I want to tell people all the time, I'm a coach. I love to coach, and I can see me coaching that department into getting to where it needs to be, especially helping our. I'm sorry, hold on here. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you.
Ooh, these headphones and speak. Okay, I'm sorry. I want to say I'm a good fit for personal development just because of where I've come to in a place when it comes to being involved in mental health support for the past 3 years. I'm now a doula in the community. Also, I'm a local comedian. And when we talk about coaching and getting people developed, there's so many people across so many aspects that I know where it comes to entertainment and social. And I remember someone mentioned about getting more in tune with the social media and things like that, as well as getting people involved to help want to coach other people. I love the panels I did. I love when people get to ask questions, but I love it when people are more hands-on. And I can see us helping the community. I was just at an event not too long ago, helping not even just teens, but helping even adults later in life when they have those career change with resume building and how to present themselves. Because when you think about professional development, you kind of get one-sided, as you start on your journey. But I've noticed a lot of people, and a lot of people I've met in this department as well, they change those careers. And sometimes we need additional help and coaching and getting that mentorship. And that's what I see professional development being, a mentorship to helping provide people with access to classes or additional coaches and other organizations, especially if they want to tap into other things. I have a real passion when it comes to mental health. And I tell people all the time, when it comes to being a professional, that could take a lot of toll on people. And we could be fighting that, battle upstream and stuff like that, and just not being really focused. So I think maybe also tapping into mental health support when it comes to professionals on how they're in their companies and excuse me. I apologize. There's also some kids screaming in the background, so I'm sorry if you hear that too. Because mommy and don't stop. Um, but also when it comes to kind of getting people in tune and tapped with like, hey, this is where you need to go. And people know where they need to go, but how am I going to get there? What kind of coaching can I get? What kind of supervising can I get? And even working with local organizations like the library. The library has so many untapped resources that people don't know about that they can merge with the YP. And I heard about that new location. I did not get to go, but I heard it was really dope. So also utilizing that to hold classes and spaces for there, and with the Women's Business Center as well, tapping into some coaches I know there that can help just kind of make YP more accessible to people so they can figure out, I want to excel in where I'm going, or I want to change where I'm going, but how can I do that? Because we get lost in that shuffle. So I'm hoping with the connections I know and just the love that I have for coaching, hopefully that I can be that person to help establish those connections and get the ball running with that.
Thank you very much. Also running for professional development chairs, Michaela Sneed, she had an emergency meeting come up about an hour ago with the city of St. Louis that she could not get out of. She offers her regrets. Her flyer is posted, and we may come up with an opportunity for her to either post some information on our live or in our Discord. But just to be fair to her, she may be able to add something later. With that, we're going to Secretary Amy Robinson. You are on mute currently.
Okay,
There you
go. Okay. So again, I'm Amy Robinson. I'm currently running for secretary. Right now, I am a owner of a non-emergency medical transportation business that assists Medicaid clients back and forth to their medical appointments, which I really enjoy. I've been doing it for about 2 years now. Before then, I served within the community for about 10 years as a foster care case manager. for the St. Louis City and St. Louis County. I'm very passionate about uplifting our community and reuniting families. I have a lot of experience in note-taking and facilitating meetings and communicating effectively with families in the family court with updates regarding foster care cases. Within the position as a secretary, I know that keeping minutes are very essential, and it is a requirement during the board meetings. It's a reliable source for our members as well as the board that they can refer back to in efforts to keep track of what's going on and to catch up on any meetings that they might have missed. It also ensures that regulations are being followed, and there should be certain sections within a template. I don't know if one is already created, but I have created one just in case that will provide the time as to when the meeting has occurred, the date, the attendance, and any recorded votes. It will also provide a brief overview of subjects that would include information that was discussed. I know certain things cannot be in there due to it being confidential, so I'll be very mindful of that. My turnaround for it will be within 24 to 48 hours, or depending on the severity of it, after communicating with the president or the board, it can be sooner. My priorities essentially is just making sure that everyone is well aware of what's going on and communication is being done effectively within the board members and the members when needed. I also, as just a personal improvement within myself, this is actually like one of the first organizations that I've been in. And I really want to focus on professional development and learning more about the Urban League and the YPs and their values. So I think this is just a great way to come in and learn and also just be heavily involved to the capacity that I know that I'm confident in.
Very good.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Going to service chair, we do have 3 people. We're going to start alphabetically and go with Gabrielle Barnes.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I am trying to operate from both my phone and computer, so forgive me. Just some background. So my name is Dr. Gabrielle Barnes. I am a pharmacist and a real estate investor. I am a community pharmacist. I have been one for about 8 years now. I've worked all over the city of St. Louis. Throughout my career, I've worked for small chains, family-owned pharmacies, independent pharmacies, but I now currently work for Walgreens. I am also a real estate investor and have been investing since 2018. And my focus now is to develop and buy in the city of St. Louis. I am a huge advocate for financial literacy and also for wealth building through real estate. And I am running for a community service chair. I am running because for the most part, my entire career has been centered around serving the community, especially from a healthcare perspective. I service thousands of patients every week. And so I receive true enjoyment from connecting and meeting with people throughout St. Louis, from residents to patients, working with different organizations and also other community leaders. My overall vision for the YPs is to continue to build upon the momentum that we have developed post the pandemic. I feel that we have done a lot of good work throughout the community over the years, and my goal is to continue to build upon that and be consistent and create a dedicated effort. Some of my key priorities include making it a priority to create consistent monthly efforts, to collaborate with other individuals and organizations, and to overall make St. Louis just in general better, the community better. And I've had the opportunity over the last year to not only see the amazing work that we have done, but I also follow other organizations, other YP organizations, and I see the work that they do. And I do believe we have the potential to be one of the best organizations, not only in St. Louis, but also think we could be recognized nationally. And so that is my goal going forward.
Thank you. Also running for service chair, Malik Oliphant.
Yep. How everybody doing? My name is Malika Oliphant. A little bit about me. I come from an accounting financial background. I've been in accounting for about 10 years, worked different various leadership positions for different organizations. Currently, I am a full-time entrepreneur. I own my own insurance agency and I also own an accounting company as well. My giving back is totally different. I give back on the financial side. So that's me assisting different organizations or entrepreneurs, helping them understand their finances with their business and their personal. I help insure people by protecting the city. I am a St. Louis native. Been part of the YP for about going on a year. I came here actually to be part of the community service chair to help the city. We do have a beautiful city. I just aim to involve more different committees together and make community service not be more a thing we gotta think we have to do, but then we should want to do. So I just want to change the whole aspect on community service and make it more fun and make it more engagement with the different committees. Like I said, I do give back in a totally different way, and I think that having new, fresh ideas would be beneficial, will help us grow as well. I just plan to increase the memberships under the community service, to check the committee, and just working with the different committees at the same time. That's all I have right now.
All right, thank you. Also running
Thank
for
you.
service chair, Shanice Fraser Boyd.
Good evening, everyone. I am Shanice Fraser Boyd. I am running for community service chair. I have a lot of experience in community service. I've countlessly done years of community service. I've done community service since maybe my early years of being a child, starting off in the church. I am by trade, I'm a CMT and a CNA as well, where I give back into the community and the health aspect of being able to venture out into different health events and being able to help with the Susan G. Komen, the Race for the Cure, March of Babies, March of Dimes, various elite organizations throughout the city of St. Louis. I am a realtor by trade as well. I currently work as a case manager for Ethasana, where I am dealing with individuals that are underprivileged that deal with psychological issues that are seeking medication, and we're able to provide them the breakthrough with getting them the medications at a no cost to them and being able to provide them with the assistance that they need and the resources that they need in order to continue and have a better fulfilling life. I have participated in a lot of organizations such as my former universities, such as Harris-Stowe State University, as well as Lindenwood University. I do serve on their council board members. I'm very active in a lot of their organizations. Pretty much I try to at least come by as many as the events as life permits without weighing myself too thin. But I do try to participate in a lot of the organizational events that they have, as well as the city of St. Louis. I belong to the Baden Community Action Program, where we're in North Point as well as Walnut Park West and East, and we're providing safety to the individuals that live in that community by being able to be a point of contact for victim support unit. I also deal with a lot of children. My children attend Clayton School District, so I am very active in the school districts, not even just Clayton, but St. Louis City public school districts. So I'm involved. And so what I want to do to the YPs is bring more people here. I want us to be able to reach out to more communities, more organizations, and more individuals to really build our organization up. I know at once upon a time they had momentum and they're coming back again. I want to be able to help this organization thrive on the level that I know that I can see that it thrive, and being able to additionally bring additional people to the community to make the community a safer, a better place, being able to provide the financial literacy, as well as the community incentives for individuals in the community, giving them the resources that they need. We know that a lot of individuals in our community, unfortunately, are they are, low income. They have a lot of things going on, mental issues, a lot of resources that are not there. And I want to be able to be one of the individuals to get the resources out there for them so that they can continue to build, help their kids. A lot of single parents. I deal with a lot of homeless shelters. So I want to be able to be one of the individuals that are able to make a change, as well as be with a group of individuals that can make an impact of change as well.
Alrighty. From a personal preference, Crystal Barnett, who had a conflict with tonight, she is on, but I don't know if she can speak. She's at a team retreat right now. Crystal, if you're able to speak, I can give you the floor right now. But if not, I understand. As we're doing with another member who couldn't actively participate today, we may make time for you to add video either to our Facebook or to our Discord. Okay.
Can you all hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Crystal. I'm a St. Louis native. Been in North St. Louis 41 years. I also run an advocacy organization called Bridge to Hope St. Louis. Part of the reason I wanted to be a part of Urban League is to, one, expand our base of work of advocacy in the K-12 space, to continue to educate parents around how to properly navigate schools, build great relationships, and ensure that our kids are thriving. I think advocacy is something that all communities should participate in whatever way that they can tap in. And I think the more that we educate our communities and let them know what's going on, it's a better way for them to have buy-in to make sure that there's a better place for all of us and not just for some. I only got like 2 minutes left. I think there's a change and shift happening in St. Louis. I really do want to be a part of that. I think I can continue to build strong relationships, both grass top and grassroots, because I believe in both. And I hope you all will consider me for the opportunity. And thank you so much for Barry for reaching out to me. And I apologize for not being able to fully join.
No problem. Thank you. As I tell everybody, life is life, and across the universe, we get in when we can and show grace when we need to. With that, Treasurer Amy Haymore.
Sorry, mommy duties. Hi, I am Amy Haymore. I have I'm running for treasurer, and I just I'm gonna tell you, I'm start off now. I'm not a public speaker, and I mean I'm running. I keep putting myself in these environments to put myself out there because this ain't my realm. But I do have a passion for finances, and I'm in my other organizations. I am a member of PTA at my kids' school. I'm currently the vice president, and I previously served as a financial secretary. In that role, I have been able to learn more about budgets and for nonprofits and working on auditing budgets, working closely with our treasurer. I have not personally served as a treasurer, but I do have interest in it. So building a budget and working through, maneuvering through those. And in my daily job as a lead for the code and charging department for Mercy Hospital, I have to have a attention to detail to make sure that things are getting built out properly for my team and going out right the first time. Yeah, I don't do this. I'm sorry. But I do I do hope y'all can consider me for this position. I've worked hard as one of the community service chairs, and I keep trying to just put myself in these uncomfortable things to help myself grow and become more just confident in the skills I do have. Because I am a hard worker and I do good work, and the work is just good in my confidence. So don't mind my rambling, but that's all I really got. So hopefully I can
Very good. Very good, Amy. I applaud just that. I applaud that. Very good.
Amy is awesome.
Yeah. Okay. No talking across the table as if this was spades, everybody. Let's keep it going. Treasurer, Kenny Grundy Gray.
It's Kanae.
Kanae? Okay. I
I
wasn't sure.
always say Kanae like Renee, but with a K. So just so everybody can remember.
Thank you, and my apologies.
No, it's okay. I get it. Believe me, all the time. So again, my name is Kanae Grundy Gray, and I am running for treasurer. I'm with Amy when saying I'm not a public speaker, but this is one of my professional development promises to myself. So I'm super excited. And I will say, so doing my daily job, I am a campus recruiting specialist for one of the area's Big Four accounting firms. I've been there for 2 years. I have a bachelor's in accounting from Harris Stowe State University. Whoop, whoop. And I have an MBA from Northwest Missouri State with the emphasis in management. In my daily role as a campus recruiting specialist, I have a passion about early careers and our youth and making sure that they can get connected with resources. And so I go to campuses all around Missouri, speaking about the accounting profession, both on our audit and tax firm within the Big Four. And my goal outside of being treasurer is like definitely hearing everyone's passion about seeing YP thrive. I definitely believe that we could, even if I don't make treasurer, I definitely want to be more active. I love hearing how we want to see YP get to how it was. I don't know how it was because this is only my first year, but definitely hearing the passion behind everyone seeing it thrive. I'm super excited about it. So definitely look forward to being more active with the different committees. So why I'm choosing to run for treasurer though is my goal with being treasurer is seeing our raising, of course, more money. So working with like the marketing chair and working with the other committees and making sure that we are reaching out to partners with raising more money, making sure we have the dollars available, providing a clear budget to everyone to make sure that we are on the straight and narrow. I definitely believe in segregation of duty. So making sure that everyone who is permitted to see our financial statements, or even making sure that the leads who are permitted to touch funds and making sure that we have a good auditor. All of those things are definitely passionate to me. And keeping some of the activities that I've seen on the site, that like the family financial empowerment, definitely reaching out to our younger members who are thinking about participating with YP. They don't understand what goes into running a non-for-profit. So helping them, connect the dots of why it's very important to belong to a not-for-profit such as Urban League. And so that is my primary reason of running for treasurer.
Okay. Thank you. And finally, Vice President Shannon Johnson.
Woo, as if all the pressure is not on me.
You can handle
I have to piggyback off the last two. I am not really a big speaker, and I should be used to this as much as I have to testify in court. But my name is Shannon Johnson. I am running for vice president. Of course, I am a proud alum of the illustrious Harris Stowe State University. I have my bachelor's degree in criminal justice, and I have my master's in legal studies from Washington University. Like I said, I am a criminal investigator with the Missouri State Public Defender's Office. I also own my own eyewear line. It's called Sassy Eyewear. And I'm also a brand ambassador for Voo Glam, and my coupon code is Shannon15. So back to this here. I joined the movement the beginning of this year in January, thanks to Dr. Dante Cara. He was just like, I think you'll be really beneficial to this organization I'm in. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna stay. I think about it. But eventually I did. And I entered the movement like jumping in and became membership co-chair. And just having like my very first conversation was with Barry and talking to Barry about all, which is every committee and every leadership member, like he did it all. He was vice president, president, all that. Just talking to Barry and interacting with different people during Join Week. I started thinking about what is like things I can do to improve for us myself and giving back to the community. And even with my job as a criminal investigator, the reason why I chose that field of study and to be in that career was I wanted to change. And in order for me to understand how can I expect or want change, I had to dig deeper within myself. And in order for me to expect change, then I have to be that change and I have to, put myself out there. Just like everybody else, this is me getting out of my comfort zone. But I'm one of those people, as they call me, Sufficient Shannon. I have so many ideas. And I'm one of those people where I can be asleep. And I'm one of them people that wake up between 3 and 5. And I have a notebook and I just start writing. And with me doing that, then I start thinking about what is ways that I can do to help this movement and for us to get more members and for more people to be involved. I don't know, but I'm going to tell y'all right now, us alone, the YPs, we are top tier. And you can't tell me no different. And the fact that how we used to be, I get it. Everybody has that momentum to want us to be what we used to, but I don't want to because I'm one of them people where if you give me a ceiling, I'm gonna look past that ceiling. And I don't want us to just be where we used to be. I want us to excel. Because the YPs, we just may be the YP, and yes, we are an auxiliary under the Urban League, but I want the community to know when you think about the Urban League, you're going to think about the young professionals as well. And one of the things that I did was I serve on the board of Harris-Stowe State University Alumni Association Incorporated. I am the recording secretary, and I'm also the nomination chair. One of my things where I was given a project where our networking event, hey, I need you to, figure out how we're going to do a networking event. That was my opportunity because I was like all hands on deck. Though it was the membership job to do it, but I wanted every committee involved because at this point, it's bigger than us and I saw opportunities. At every general meeting, I'm that person that's talking about Harris-Stowe, but I'm also talking about the YPs and I'm also going to show you how to go to their website and I'm going to ask you to join. So not only are we just top tier, but I feel that when we start networking and getting involved with other organizations, for as with the University of Harris-Stowe, we're bigger than that. I don't just see us just being out in the community and advocating and trying to help the community. I feel we can take it to another level and excel and be on the university's level. Because not only are we going
to... I need to intervene out of respect to the time of everybody.
Yes.
I gave you two of the quiet fingers, but you was rolling.
But as I was saying, I feel that I am the best person for this position. And I feel that we may be the Urban League Young Professionals, but we're that deal. We top tier, we elite. But that's my time because Barry wants me to,
I thank you all. And I think though it's few, I think the people who aren't running for being here, and I want to give you all the first option to ask any questions that you may want. You can just unmute and ask a general question, or you can direct it to a particular position or a candidate if you like. There's no pressure if you don't, because they know I have questions.
Hey, Barry, this is Dr. Anthony Bird. I have a question for the candidate that is running for president, Dr. Dante.
Okay.
You ready, Doc?
We'll see.
All right. I guess my association to the young professional, I guess, has to go back to you, being that I heard Shannon is a part because of you and I'm a part because of Shannon. And considering that I've been a part of this organization, a year now, and there's been so many events and so many communications that I have not heard about, have not been included in. And it's very, very frustrating for somebody that, like me, I work for the city of St. Louis. I'm a chief of staff for the Department of Personnel. And so I have a plethora of resources in which I can bring to the Young Professionals Organization. And no shade to the previous leadership or the leadership that's there now until the election happens. But one of the things that I've noticed and I've been very transparent about is, if you're going to be in a position of leadership, you have to be present and accounted for. And so with what you said in terms of, I know that you have your own practice, I know that you are a professional, as well as a parent and all those things that I have going on. If elected, and considering that you don't have anybody running against you, how will you balance that out to be a present and accounted for president to take us to the next level and be accessible?
All right, sir. First of all, very good question. Very cool, good question. I mean, and it really boils down to a certain thing. I mean, obviously, as somebody who deals in mental health, I very, very heavy on the decision. So I understand that in making the decision to assume this role, what comes with it. Having also been a part of this organization for the year that you've been a part of it, and 1 year before, I know what it looks like to have a present leader and what it feels like to not have a president, right? So obviously, I don't want to inflict those same things upon everyone else, but I also understand that life does happen, and that's okay. But I think, and again, this is not a situation where I want to beat up on the previous administration, because I understand that everybody has a role, but we have to be clear on what the real issue was, not that life happens, but the communication part, right? So I have she'll be 1 year old next year. I have a baby, and sometimes stuff may come up. I understand that that's a part of being a parent, but being clear and having clear communication and voicing that to the team so that everybody's on the same page, so that there's no question as to how accessible or why I'm not accessible or where I am or where I've been. I think that's where I'll put most of my energy, because I understand as a manager, as an employee, how that feels. I mean, nobody should have to wonder whether you're hot or cold, especially when you agreed to take the position. Again, no shade, but still, I get that, and that's something. I mean, leading this group of people. First of all, you all look very good. This group of professionals, I mean, they just deserve that. They deserve to have somebody who's going to lead them, who respects them enough and who thinks highly enough of them to consider them when stuff comes up. I mean, when something happens, you automatically think about, oh, who I need to let know, right? And if the people who you lead in this position, you don't see or feel, or they don't feel, that you feel there enough to let them know, then that's a huge problem. I mean, nobody's going to be led by somebody that they don't think is a leader.
Okay. Did anybody else want to tackle that question? It was directly to Dante, but anyone thoughts?
Yeah, in terms of like not being made aware of events, I will say as the media marketing chair, I am 100% open to feedback. I love feedback, positive or negative. I was on the employee engagement team for my company for 2 years. So I'm going to get the feedback out of you. We're going to drill down into it. Whatever the issue is, we're going to figure it out. And I'm the type of person who will be like, you said this is how you all felt. This is what we have done. How do you feel now? So like, be prepared for that type of engagement.
And to add on to just that, because Olivia brings up a great point. I mean, obviously that doesn't feel good, and it doesn't leave a good taste in anyone's mouths if they feel like they've somehow, in this situation, paid your money to be a part of this organization and feel left out. I mean, we're human, right? We have that emotion like, are you serious? So, I mean, I understand that, but something that I do feel was a little lacking on the current administration, again, it's no shade to anybody specifically, it's just how it's playing out is the amount of accountability. I mean, and the pressure that comes with accountability. Like, there were situations when certain positions were left what felt like abandoned, and it resulted in people getting left out of communications. And there was always no one knows, or have you heard from this person? I just feels like that's something we have to first tackle, and making sure that everybody who has a seat is sure they want to take that seat and they're ready for the pressure. I mean, because Michelle's not here, but she works for me, and she'll tell you that I apply pressure because I expect the results. And it's not, I don't say that to be like mean or to make anybody nervous, but we have to understand that we've made a decision to be on the Zoom. And why are we on the Zoom? Because we're running to fill a seat. And what comes with that seat is something that you, by proxy, agree to do. And I mean, I just expect it. Well, if I win, I expect it. I mean, even if I don't win, I still expect it because I paid my money. But still, no shade.
The one thing I'll add from a personal preference, me and the current parliamentarian Erica Williams specifically added a document that everybody that will sign this year about accountability and consequences. Anybody who experiences and been involved for the last couple of years, that has been a gap, but I won't personalize it now. But just know, as you sign on, there will be an upfront statement about accountability this year.
Yeah.
Do you have your hand raised? I'll let you. We can go by hand raises just to acknowledge because we have more people on.
Oh, yeah, and then also I believe Erica had a quick follow up to what you just said, Mary. I'll go after her.
You have the mic now, so I would just go ahead. Go ahead now.
Okay. I was just gonna ask the question to our individuals who are ready for the service chair. I believe you have 3 individuals running for that position.
Yes.
So yeah, my question is, I come from, well, first of Glenda Nelson, I just a part of the membership committee. So I pretty much I'm open to joining any of the committees that I'm interested in, or I believe would be the most beneficial also to my growth in this organization for what I would love to do for the St. Louis community. That being said, I come from a university. I'm from St. Louis University, along with Amy, and one of our biggest missions, one of our biggest missions is service to the community, be it people for and with others. And so I see a lot of people when they think of just service, they think of just, going to go play gardens or going to go clean up areas in St. Louis. But when I think of service, I'm thinking of, just being a part of someone's life, helping them out, getting involved in different activism of some sort that our group is able to be a part of, without, crossing any lines or anything. So in your eyes, for the individuals who are ready for this position, how do you define service to others for others? That's how I read that.
So for me, go on that. I'll say for me, in my opinion, how I define service is really anything that kind of can build up a community. And that can be anything as small as adopting a family, like what we're doing, going to the parks to clean them up, but really anything that kind of can contribute to a community, whether it's education, whether it's resources. That's how I view community service.
Denise, I think you had a follow-up as well.
Yes, good evening. So I am a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. So when we speak about service, I see all aspects of it. I'm very involved in the community action engagement piece, as well as being able to tutor children after school, whether that, going to Big Brother, Big Sisters, partnering with them for activities, doing activities where we're doing giveaways, going to the shelters where we're working with the parents, different type of pieces. And so I don't look at community service as just building a garden or something artificial of that nature, but actually planting a seed. Because when we look at community service, we look at the individuals that we actually touch in the midst of doing community service, whether that's a food pantry, passing something out to someone, feeding the homeless, things of that nature. For me, I'm a hands-on type of person. So I do like I do all the community service, but I like to actually be able to see the impact that I'm making on a person, whether I'm giving them, a blanket, a homeless person a blanket, or if I'm feeding a child that's hungry or something of that nature. I want to be able to see that impact because it does something to you. When you are dedicated to community service, your heart yearns for it. It's something that you would do, and you wouldn't worry about what the incentive was outside of community service. Becomes a part of you, and something that you continue to do on an everyday basis. So hopefully I was able to answer your question.
Okay.
I
Malik,
want
did
to
you?
chime in. Yep,
Yeah.
I want to chime in too. I say my take on community service is just involving the community, not just on a selective events, not just turkey drives, not just giving away presents, but being present all the time. I know when we think about community service, it's what once or twice that we see the big events. But what about the other times, the other weekends, the other days that people are not served or, looked at and talked to? My take on community service is just involving the community. And that's just on a every person basis. We all got to come together. We all got to do it together. And my vision is just bringing youth, elderly, everyone together in one room and sharing those thoughts and sharing that knowledge at the same time. Because if we just think of community service just as what the lady just said, just in a Gordon, we can't just all think of a Gordon. We got to think outside the box and really touch people and make these impacts for the rest of their life. So we can't just share a moment for 2 months out the year. We got to think about the whole 12 months for the whole year. And that's why I think about community service, just involving the community and making an impact on a daily basis to everyone.
All right. Any questions? Any hurdles? Any problems? I encourage you all. We have the thread on. I encourage you all to start conversations now. Honestly, even with people you're competing with because we're all going to be there on the other side of this election, and we all want to hit the ground running. So, if you like Olivia, a lot big about marketing, membership is going to be big, and you might as well start having those conversations now, in all honesty. And that's not to imply anyone has a built-in guarantee role, but you're still members. You might as well talk. Okay. I thank you all. I will be working on this tomorrow. If you haven't adopted or helped with the 100 needed cases, please consider it. Everything is on the website where you can follow up. Thank you again.
Thank you. Have a great